Good evening and welcome to the Mount Errigal Hotel, where we're about to announce the winners of the 2021 Donegal Sports Star Awards. My name is Declan Kerr and I will be your host as for the second year running we will present the awards virtually due to the pandemic.
Timonte against Bonner.
To the final of the men's 800 metres, Mark English at this stage finishing the fastest of the racing pack.
A few hundred meters, Kreuziger is trying to launch the attack, but he doesn't have it in his legs. Philip Dyson now riding away from him, and for Philip Dyson, no luck needed today for the Irishman as he pulls away from Kreuziger to win stage number 18.
Absolute one right, 130, and then a 3 right and a long 4 right past the car back. There's your 3 right, and there's your long 4 right past the car back, 100. 3 right, and then a 3 left over Grant, don't cut it, 0. Oh, 60, 3 left here, absolute one right.
The finish search for the song is winning back-to-back early contingent. A special moment for Nashidor to Jerry Prince Twilight Payment Barbados.
Some fabulous sporting memories from the past there. But tonight, it's all about honouring the stars of 2021. We extend a warm welcome to all who are joining us to honour the county's sporting stars from last year. While COVID-19 did restrict sporting activities severely in the early months of the year, momentum really began to build from May onwards. That has given us many sporting highlights from here at home and abroad. As always, we also acknowledge individuals that have given a lifetime of voluntary service to sport. Now I want to introduce our first guest tonight, Donegal Sports Star Awards Chairperson Grace Boyle, before we start the formal proceedings.
A very warm welcome to all who are joining us online this evening for the 2021 Donegal Sports Star Awards. While naturally it is disappointing that we can't host a live event for the second year running, I'm still delighted as chairperson that we are in a position to host this virtual event where the county sporting stars of 2021 will be honoured. I want to congratulate Eamon Giles, who will be inducted into our Hall of Fame tonight. And we will also be recognising a woman for an amazing 3 decades of volunteerism to an amateur sport. In 2021, many families lost loved ones, and our thoughts are with you all tonight, including 2 Donegal Sports Star Award winners who passed away last year, namely Breed Carr, who won the Table Tennis Award in 1979 and 1980, and John Joe McAteer, who won the Appreciation Award in 2004. This is our 46th Sports Star Awards, and once again I want to thank Donegal County Council for continuing to be our exclusive sponsor. It's an association that has been mutually beneficial, and long may that continue. I wish to extend a very special welcome to the Cathaoirleach, Councillor Jack Murray, and the Chief Executive John McLaughlin, who are with us for this virtual event. Despite the challenges of the pandemic, there were still plenty of sporting successes in 2021, and it's important that we acknowledge all the work put in by voluntary committees to ensure that competitions were completed. Sport, whether being actively involved or just spectating, is hugely important for the physical and mental health of people of all ages. On behalf of the Donegal Sports Star Awards Committee, I want to congratulate all the teams and individuals who were successful last year. But remember, participation is also an achievement, and not everyone can be a winner. Finally, I want to thank my committee for all their hard work over the past couple of months to bring us to the stage that we are ready to host the 2021 Donegal Sports Star Awards virtually this evening from the Mount Errigal Hotel. I hope you all enjoyed tonight's event, and on behalf of the Donegal Sports Star Awards Committee, I want to wish all sporting organisations across the county the very best for 2022. Goniri liv sa bhléin amach rin I munwart co sport is ag omiachton, is lihra lig sib, agus támuid a lig bradol as de cos gastiachti sa gonti, ná sa tíir seo, ná fiú haar lár an stáitse sports sa dón. Slán agus bannacht.
We will start tonight's awards event by honouring the unprecedented Donegal links with the Olympic Games in Tokyo last summer that included 4 competitors, 2 managers, a coach and a sports nutritionist. Brendan Boyce, Eilish Flanagan, Mark English, Mona McSherry all competed, while Teresa McDade was Irish team operations manager, Daniel McGee was badminton team lead, Michael Black was triathlon coach, while Dr. Sharon Madigan was the head nutritionist. It was indeed a special Olympics for Donegal. The next award this evening is the Professional Sport Achievement, and the winner of this award for 2021 is Jason Quigley, Golden Boy Promotions. After a frustrating year, Jason finally got into the ring at the end of May and defeated Shane Mosley Jr. in Las Vegas to win the vacant World Boxing Organization's North American middleweight title. That meant Jason had 18 wins from his 19 pro fights. While there was huge disappointment for Jason in November when he suffered defeat in the WBO middleweight title bout against Demetrius Andrade, it was still a massive achievement to get to that global stage. People all over the world shared in an exciting build-up to that fight in the US state of New Hampshire. However, the Twin Town man's bid to make history wasn't to be, as Jason suffered a jaw fracture in the opening round, with the undefeated world champion winning by a second round stoppage. The 2021 Professional Sport Achievement Award winner, Jason Quigley. The next category tonight is the team. The winners are a group of women from 3 clubs who made up a Donegal team that took on the best in the country to land a national title. The winners of the 2021 Donegal Sports Star Team Award are the Donegal Women's Senior Cross Country Team. Roisin Flanagan, Finn Valley AC, finished 3rd overall, and she was followed home by 3 Letterkenny AC runners, Anne-Marie McGlynn, Nikita Burke and Christine Russell. Lifford Strabane AC's Claire McGuigan was the next Donegal woman over the finish line, followed by Finn Valley athlete Jennifer Elvin and two Letterkenny AC members, Natasha Adams and Niamh Kelly. Donegal's 116 points was 10 better than Dublin on a memorable day for the county, as the Letterkenny AC women took the Irish club title for the first time in their 49-year history, while Finn Valley AC girls were also crowned under-20 national champions. The 2021 Sports Star Team of the Year winners, the Donegal women's cross-country team. The club category is next, and it has only featured twice in the 46 years of the Donegal Sports Star Awards. The committee is using it this year to recognise a series of outstanding successes in 2021. The winner of the club award is St Eunice GA Club from Letterkenny. It was a very special year for the O'Donnell Park Club, winning 5 adult county titles plus an under-21 success. That included a historic league and championship double for the hurlers. It was the hurlers' first championship success in 49 years. And when the senior footballers won the county final in November, it was the first time since 1972 that the two codes had won titles in the same year. Unions also won the senior men's B and under-21 football titles, while the ladies triumphed in the intermediate decider. St Eunice Letterkenny, winner of the 2021 Donegal Sports Star Club Award. Before moving to the next award, I am joined now by the Cathaoirleach of our exclusive sponsors, Donegal County Council, Councillor Jack Murray, and Chief Executive John McLaughlin. You're both very welcome. Jack, we'll start with you first, the Council being the sponsor of the awards for close on 30 years now. It's more important now than ever.
It is, and it's over 30 years ago. It's a long time before I came on the council, but I'm very, very glad that Donegal County Council made the decision at that time to become the exclusive sponsor of the Donegal Sports Star Awards. I think it's a hugely important awards, and it's something that's very easy for us as councillors to support year on year, and something I'd like to see happen and continue long, long into the future. The sports stars of County Donegal across a wide range of sports have brought us great pride, great joy and great entertainment when it's needed most. So absolutely now more than ever, it is hugely important that we continue that support.
And Jack, 2021 was another challenging year for the council with COVID and everything else. But I suppose it was important that we had a decent amount of sport, and that gave people something to look forward to.
It was, and of course during the severe the lockdown, we had no sport whatsoever for a few months. But then once it opened up, and we got to look forward to going down to the local sports ground, the local football pitch, watching our local teams, and getting that excitement, that pride back when it was needed most. It provided people with a really uplifting time when we were at our darkest days of the pandemic. So it was great to see the sport open up again. It's just so important.
And John, similar to your predecessors, I know that you personally see the Donegal Sports Star Awards as a perfect fit for the local authority.
Yes, I do, and to join with what the Cathaoirleach said, I suppose the Donegal County Council operates in every parish in the county, reach into every home through our work with the roads, housing and water traditionally, or now through our community work, our planning. We're even involved in healthcare and lots of things that bring us to front and centre into people's lives. Sometimes people might look at it in a positive and negative way of times and how we affect their lives. But we're honoured to be sponsoring the Sports Stars, and I think the council have the easy part. The hard work's done by the committee here and the Sports Stars themselves and the sporting organisations. So we're delighted to be associated with it.
And John, as you look forward to the rest of 2022, what's your message to the people of Donegal?
Yeah, well, I suppose we've come through a lot. Ciarán mentioned COVID for 2 years in a row, and we're hoping that we're getting near the end of that. We've had Brexit, and we have the MICA crisis for housing and so on that we're just working through, and we're hoping 2022 brings a brighter year on all those fronts. And we're not just defined by that, but we're spending a lot as a council, maybe 300 million per year, many good projects for the benefit of the people, and hopefully looks forward to making much more prosperous for our county in the years ahead.
Jack, you're into the second half of the year now as Cathaoirleach. I suppose the importance of adhering to public health guidelines and at the same time trying to continue with sport for clubs and teams and individuals, it's going to be a difficult balancing act for a while.
And it has been for some time now, but hopefully we can see that there'll be an end in sight. hopefully soon, and we'll see better days. But I do think it is again important to pay tribute to all the community organisations, sporting organisations who gave us those uplifting moments through for the last few years, but also to pay tribute to the nurses, the doctors, the shopkeepers, and everybody who worked on the front line, including our own council staff throughout these last 2 years. And hopefully it will be the start of better things to come.
Councillor Jack Murray Cahirla of Donegal County Council and John McLaughlin, Chief Executive, thanks very much again for being with us tonight for the 2021 Virtual Awards.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Moving on, our next category is primary school. Rewarding participation and recognising success in both primary and secondary schools has been an integral part of the Donegal Sports Star Awards since the early days. The winner of this year's Primary School Award is Dromore National School, Kellygordon. Dromore has over 250 pupils. It is an inclusive school where physical activity is valued, promoted and enjoyed by everyone, regardless of their ability. There are a number of pupils who have autism, and the school has developed a policy where they can compete with the other children in the same sports. All the local sports clubs come in to coach the pupils. Children participate in hurling, Gaelic, soccer, rugby, 5Ks, creative dance, swimming, handball and a cycle programme. Dromore has enjoyed success in a range of sports. The school is also planning for the future in terms of sport and recreation, with a significant investment already made in that area, having acquired 8 additional acres of land. All areas of activity, including play areas, are adapted for use by everyone, irrespective of their abilities. Dromore National School has been providing primary education to the local area for 106 years, and it is the first time for the school to be honoured here. The winner of the primary school, Dromore National School, Kellygordon. We move now to the secondary school section. While competitions were in short supply during 2021, to their credit, schools were innovative and went to extraordinary lengths to keep girls and boys active during the periods of remote learning. Tonight we honour one of those schools, Garmskull Cull Ballinamore. It was the school's Costa Slantia who organised 300k and 500k walk-run challenges over a 15-week period during the pandemic that also involved the local community. The Costa Slantia is made up of 2 pupils from every year group, 12 in total, with teachers facilitating various projects. The idea of the Costa is that the pupils have a voice in promoting well-being and health. It started with a 15-week challenge from Halloween of 2020 until mid-term of February 2021, with 120 registered for the challenge, mostly pupils, some family members, and a group from Glenfin GAA Club. All participants got a commemorative t-shirt. It was then decided to continue with a second challenge until Easter. Garmskull will celebrate its 40th anniversary later this year. It is the first time for this all-Irish speaking school to win the Secondary School Award. The next category is Coach Manager, and the winner is a woman who last summer realised a long-time ambition to be part of Team Ireland at an Olympic Games. The 2021 Coach Manager winner is Teresa McDade of Letterkenny AC. Teresa created her own little bit of history as the first woman to fill the role of Senior Team Operations Manager for Ireland's athletes at an Olympics. In May, she managed the Irish relay teams at the World Championships in Poland. The 4x400 metre mixed relay team came third and qualified for the Tokyo Olympics, having shaved 8 seconds of their previous national record. That team produced an outstanding run at the Olympic Stadium in Tokyo to reach the final, smashing the national record by a further 4 seconds. Teresa was also team manager for the Irish senior women at the European Cross Country Championships held in Abbottstown in December. Teresa McDade, the 2021 Donegal Sports Star Coach Manager Award winner. The next category tonight is for para-athlete. 9 years ago, this man first won a Donegal Sports Star Award, and tonight he has been recognised again for his role in an international tournament in Poland in the middle of September. The winner of the 2021 Para-Athlete Award is James Boyle from Dunlow. James was a member of the Republic of Ireland squad that played in the European Amputee Football Federation finals in Krakow. He grabbed a hat-trick and an 8-0 victory over Belgium in a group opener. His third was a stunning goal that gained an amazing 3.4 million online views. James followed that up with a goal that gave Ireland a 2-1 win over Germany, but the defeat to tournament favourites Turkey meant the Irish went into the playoffs. The Dunlow man scored again against Italy to force the tie into extra time, but the game ended in defeat. Despite the disappointment of not making the knockout stages, James was outstanding during the tournament. The 2021 Para-Athlete Award winner, James Boyle. Next up is the International Achievement Award. This year it goes to an athlete who produced top performances at national, European and Olympic level. The winner of the International Achievement Award is Brendan Boyce of Finn Valley AC. In the middle of May, the Milford man finished 9th at the European 50k Race Walking Cup in the Czech Republic. The following month, Boyce finished 2nd in the National 50k Championships in Galway. But undoubtedly, the pinnacle of 2021 came on Friday the 6th of August when Brendan Boyce crossed the line 10th in the Tokyo Olympic 50k race walk in Sapporo. At the end of the year in Raheny, the Milford man reached the qualifying standard for next summer's 35k race walking athletics championships. Brendan was also named the Donegal Male Athlete of the Year. The 2021 Donegal Sportstar International Achievement Award winner, Brendan Boyce. We go now to the Hall of Fame. As a 19-year-old, this individual was the driving force behind the formation of the first athletic club in Donegal. 60 years later, he is still very active as a coach, nurturing young talent and travelling all over the country to competitions with his beloved club. The Donegal Sportstar Hall of Fame Award winner for 2021 is Eamon Giles from Cranford Athletic Club. For a decade, he was the 200-metre sprint king of Ulster, winning a string of provincial titles. He was also a 110-metre All-Army hurdles champion. After his own competing days were over, Brendan has given so much back to the sport as a coach and a leader with Cranford AC. For a small rural club, Cranford has punched above its weight in terms of success at county, Ulster and national level over the past 6 decades. Eamon was a founding member of the Donegal Athletics Board. He is a life vice president of both Athletics Ireland and the Donegal County Board. He was also selected as a member of the Donegal Athletics Team of the Millennium, and 2 years ago, Eamon was inducted into the County Board's Hall of Fame. Eamon will celebrate a significant birthday in June when he turns 80. The 46th Donegal Sportstar Hall of Fame Award winner, Eamon Giles, who now joins me. Eamon, first of all, congratulations on being inducted into the Hall of Fame, the 46th Donegal Sportstar Hall of Fame winner.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm delighted and very excited about it. It's something I'll cherish.
Yeah, Eamon, as young men and young women at 19 usually just want to go out and compete, but you wanted to start an athletics club in a small rural area of Cranford. Where did that burning desire come from?
Well, it came from reading sports reports in the Daily Journal, and I seen the great success that Oakleaf had, and I felt that if we could get a few people together, we could do something similar, and it'd be nice to be able to compete at that level.
And your own late father was a big influence on you as well. I know he was a keen athlete himself and played minor hurling for Kilkenny.
Ah, yes, yeah, that's true. He would have had his own training area, a field beside the house in Cranford, and he had his own long jump put, and then occasionally he would go to Cranford Park to do a bit of training. But most of his training was done just beside the house.
And it was the Oakleaf Club that pointed you in the right direction in terms of making that successful application to become the first athletic club formed in Donegal.
Ah, yes.
Just tell me about that. Just how did that come about, Eamon?
Well, I thought that because the Oakleaf were getting all these reports in the Daily Journal, I thought that the editor would probably know who was the secretary, and I wrote to them, wrote to the editor, and they sent me on the details of who it was, and it was Hubert Logue, was the secretary, and he was very kindly sent on everything that was necessary. And then, whenever it come to the time that to register the club, we contacted Jim Valley, who was the secretary of the NACA at the time, and that we registered, and that's the way we headed on from that.
The club set up in the winter of 1961,
That's right.
and a lot of athletes who went on to greater things started with Cranford and enjoyed a lot of success there in the early 60s, right into the 70s.
Ah, yes, yeah. I suppose we could nearly say we had instant success with Paddy Marley and Hugo Dugan, two brilliant athletes, and I wasn't too bad myself either. And we would have took back Ulster titles to Cranford soon after we registered.
And Danny McDade, I know, was with you, and he competed in the Olympics in '72.
That is right.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was with you at that time.
Yeah. Danny joined us in '75, along with his brother Neely and Frankie. And they were great asset to Cranford Athletic Club.
Yeah. And you had a very impressive athletic career yourself in Ulster and in the All-Army Championships, particularly in the sprints, 200 metres, very successful in Ulster. I suppose you concentrated, I suppose you divided your loyalties between coaching and competing, and maybe if you had just focused solely on your own athletics career, you could have went a bit further too.
Well, probably, but I never competed on a national championship. Never got that far. But I did run against Vinnie Becker in the All Army, and he beat me. Photo finish.
It was close.
Yes, it was close, and of course, competing was a great thing. But I still got a great buzz out of organising and running the club.
Yeah, and I suppose for a small rural club, Eamon, competing against the higher profile sports, recruiting young boys and girls and keeping them there, it's tough. But I suppose you just get used to that year in, year out.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. I suppose when you live in a rural area where there's no transport, no transport buses taken here and there, and to the training areas that we would have, there'll be no buses going. So it's left to the parents to get the young people to the venues and that, and we have great parents altogether who help us out very well and take the children to train very often.
Well said. Yeah. Eamon, 60 years on, you must be filled with great pride to see how Cranford Athletic Club are still such a force in Donegal and nationally.
Yes, it gives you great pride. Of course it does. And of course, I didn't do it all myself. I have some great people working with me. My three senior coaches, Brady Trerty, Rose Galligan, and Ernie McElhinney, have been an outstanding help to me.
Thanks, Eamon, and congratulations again. The 2021 Donegal Sports Star Hall of Fame Award winner, Eamon Giles.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted.
Our next category tonight is the Brendan McDade Memorial Special Achievement Award. The winner of this award had a season that he will surely never forget with his new club. He scored 21 goals in 31 League of Ireland Premier Division games. He also found the net 4 times in 6 games in the UEFA Conference League and netted the goal that put his side into the FAI Senior Cup final. The winner of the Brendan McDade Memorial Special Achievement Award is Georgie Kelly from Bohemians Football Club. The Burn footman scored a total of 26 goals last year for Bohs, and that total means he overtakes the late Mark Farren to become the leading Donegal-born goalscorer of all time in the top flight of League of Ireland football since the association was founded 100 years ago. He was named Player of the Month twice. Georgie was the Professional Footballers Association of Ireland Player of the Year and was also included in the PFA's Team of the Year, rounding off an amazing season for the Burnfoot native. The 25-year-old became only the second Donegal man ever to win the Premier Division Player of the Year. Georgie is no stranger to Donegal Sports Star Awards, having won the Primary School Sports Boy twice, in 2008 and 2009 as a pupil at St Muras National School Tubin, and the soccer category in 2019 while playing with Dundalk. We move now to the Special Recognition Award. This award is going to a woman who has enjoyed a wonderful career but was missing a special national honour that finally came her way in November. The winner of the 2021 Special Recognition Award is Geraldine McLaughlin, a member of the Termon and Donegal GAA sides. It was overdue, but Geraldine finally won a National All-Star Award, joining 14 others in the Team of the Year. She is only the 5th Donegal ladies player ever to be honoured and was also named on the Ulster Team of the Year. GAA statistician Father Sean Gallagher tells us that her 2021 scoring average of 9.9 points per game was Geraldine's best ever in her 12-year inter-county senior career. She was also one of 4 players named on the Ladies National League Division 1 Team of the Year. It is Geraldine's 3rd time to be honoured by the Donegal Sports Star Awards Committee. The 2021 Special Recognition Award winner, Geraldine McLaughlin. Our next category is Sporting Acknowledgement, and the winner of this award for 2021 is Dylan Brown McMonigal. The young Letterkenny man had a fantastic flat racing season, culminating in him being crowned National Apprentice Jockey Champion in October, when he had chalked up 48 winners. That was 15 more than the runner-up. Dylan had his first Group 3 career winner last April on Baron Samedi, who won the feature race, the Vintage Crop Stakes at Navan. Dylan also had a first one at listed level with Mighty Blue. 24 of his successes were for one of the country's top trainers, Joseph O'Brien. Last month, the 18-year-old was honoured by Horse Racing Ireland when he picked up the Emerging Talent Award in the company of history makers like Rachel Blackmore, Henry de Bromhead and Colin Keane, who were all recognised at those 2021 presentations. The 2021 Donegal Sports Star Acknowledgement Award winner, Dylan Brown McMonigal. Appreciation is our next category. The person that we are honouring tonight has given a huge amount of voluntary time to a sport that has been a big part of her life for 3 decades. She started off as a committee member with her club, then went on to be a referee and judge at national and international level. The 2021 Donegal Sports Star Appreciation Award winner is Sadie Duffy from the Ellis Golden Gloves Club in Buncrana. Sadie is the long-time secretary at the Ellis Club, carrying out her voluntary duties with unwavering dedication. She has also served in the same roles at the Ulster Boxing Council and the European Women's Commission. She was Ireland's first woman boxing referee in 1997. She made history as the ref of the first official ladies amateur fight, which featured current world champion Katie Taylor, who won that bout in October 2001. Sadie was a referee and judge at last October's Men's World Boxing Championship in Serbia. 5 years ago, the long-time secretary of Ellis Golden Gloves was honoured by the Irish Amateur Boxing Association for her services to the sport. The 2021 Appreciation Award winner, Sadie Duffy. We move on now to the penultimate award, which is the youth category. This award is going to a 16-year-old girl who has developed a very good habit of breaking records. The winner for the 2nd year in a row is Adrian Gallen from the Lifford Strabane Athletic Club. Adrian broke the Donegal Women's Senior Hammer record twice in 8 days last year. The St Columba's Northern student won a bronze medal in the hammer event at the Frankenville Under-18 meet in Paris in July, and went on to set a stunning new Tangent Games record of 62.80 metres in September in Santry. That led to Adrian being named Outstanding Female Athlete at that meeting. Adrian rounded off another super season by taking silver at the Schools International in Derby. She was also named the County Board's Junior Athlete of the Year for the 2nd year running. Tonight, Adrian also sets a Donegal Sports Star record, being the first person to win the youth category 2 years in a row. the 2021 Donegal Sports Star Youth Award winner, Adrian Gallen. We come now to the final award of the evening. Very shortly, we will be revealing the name of the overall Donegal Sports Star Award winner for 2021. Jockey Oisin Orr was the winner last year. There is a short list of 6 names for the biggest individual honour in Donegal sport. They are Jason Quigley, Teresa McDade, Brendan Boyce, Georgie Kelly, Geraldine McLaughlin and Dylan Brown McMonigal. The overall winner of the 2021 Donegal Sports Star Award is Brendan Boyce from Finn Valley AC. Competing in his 3rd Olympic Games, the Milford man went to Tokyo on a mission to medal. While he came up short on that ambition, he gave every ounce of energy in the searing heat in the city of Sapporo to finish 10th in the world in the gruelling 50k race walk. It was Brendan's best performance at an Olympic Games, having finished 29th in London in 2012 and 19th in Rio in 2016. In Sapporo, the 35-year-old crossed the line in a time of 3 hours, 53 minutes and 40 seconds. It was a remarkable finish from the Bunland man, given that he lost contact with a breakaway group for a period with 15k left in the global final. Last month, Brendan ended the year on a high in a brand new 35k distance at the National Senior Championships in Dublin. He achieved the qualifying standard for both the 2022 World and European Championships, which take place next summer in Oregon, USA and Munich, Germany, respectively. And Brendan got an early Christmas present with the news that he was ranked 3rd in the world in 35k race walking. He is winning the overall Sports Star Award for a 2nd time, having previously been honoured in 2019. Brendan joins a select band of 2-time winners that includes Sean Carlin, Sharon Foley, Billy Bourne, Sinead Jennings and Mark English. The 2021 overall Donegal Sports Star Award winner, Brendan Boyce. And Brendan joins us now online. Brendan, a big congratulations, the 2021 overall Donegal Sports Star Award winner.
Yeah, thanks very much. Absolutely delighted with that. It was nice to win it once, but to get the nod again is amazing.
Brendan, your journey to the Tokyo Olympics was a challenging one personally after Rio, as you struggled for a while with injuries. But then in 2019, that 6th place finish at the World Championships, that was a real springboard towards Rio.
Yeah, after Rio was a few difficult years. I actually trained really well up to the London World Championships in 2017 and got injured literally the week of the race, and so it pulled my hamstring and it was gone then. So it was devastating to be in such good shape and to have it ripped away at the last second. And then I was trying to redeem myself in 2018 and fortunately got a stress fracture in my shin the next year and spent most of the summer cross training and running on anti-gravity treadmills and stuff, but managed to get on the start line for the World or the European Championships in Berlin and still finished 19th, which was I was delighted with, even though it probably went under the radar for most people, but with the preparation I had going into that race, 19th was amazing, and then I knew once I got everything right in 2019 that I was going to be able to perform and to finish 6th in the World Championships in 2019. Obviously, then gave me the confidence that I could try and maybe win a medal in the Olympics. So yeah, it's not exactly a perfect 4 years or 5 years, but every year had its place, and every year there was a little bit of progression, even though maybe on the results it didn't show.
And I suppose like every other athlete, Brendan, Tokyo 2020 didn't go ahead. That was a big disappointment. And then there was the uncertainty in the early months of 2021. A difficult time, I suppose, psychologically and physically in terms of preparation. Is it going to go ahead? Is it not? So I suppose you had to rejig in terms of how you approached it.
Yeah, I guess we just had to kind of figure out how we were going to motivate ourselves through 2020 once we realized that there was going to be no competitions and no big races. So yeah, me and Rob sat down and we came up with our own plans for how we were going to manage the year, and we set out to do a marathon in May in 2020, and it actually went really well, even though it was just me at the side of the road on my own with my wife doing drinks for me. So I managed to do a marathon in 3 hours and 8 minutes, which was a positive sign, and then obviously then brought that forward into 2021 with more motivation, and was able to put that together in Sapporo, and maybe didn't quite get the result that I was going there to get, but top 10 at the Olympic Games is something I would have been dreaming about from when I was a small kid. So yeah, to even say you're top 10 Olympic Games is massive.
I know you were saying that when you look back on it, maybe if you had went out quicker that day in Sapporo, maybe you might have had maybe just that better chance of getting the medal.
Yeah, it ended up, I guess, the Polish guy who ended up winning, he's more of a 20k athlete, and when it got to 30k, he obviously switched his head on, and he tore off for home. And but I guess if I had to put more pressure on him up to that point, he mightn't have been able to go off that strong. But I think overall, I'm still happy with the result, and I was able to stick in the last 15k and grind out the results. And even at the end, there was only, I think, just over 3 minutes between myself and the gold medal. So yeah, it was still in 50k. 3 minutes is basically a sprint finish.
And of course, 2021 wasn't all about the Olympics, Brendan, with the arrival of Isabel and Thomas in February. That was a game changer.
Yeah, that was huge. And we were on a training camp in South Africa in January, and we almost had to panic to get home because all the flights were getting cancelled and stuff. So yeah, it was stressful to come back and get back out. Managed to get back in time, and obviously the babies are here now, and they filled my spare time at home. And I guess the preparation then, like my wife did such a great job, kind of taking the reins with managing the babies and letting me continue to go away and do training camps. And I think for the first 5 months of their life, I was gone for nearly 3 months of that training. So that massive thanks to my wife for putting up with that and putting me in a position where I can go away and represent my country properly. So I think sometimes that can go unnoticed, but it was definitely huge for me this year. And obviously we had some conversations, and we're going to keep going, and she's going to keep backing me in my career. So another year or two left in me yet.
And athletics, Brendan, for you began way back in Milford in the mid-1990s. Your parents there, Mandy and Margaret, very much involved with the community games. And I know the late Hugo Dugan was a huge influence to you in those early years as well.
Yeah, I guess I was kind of fortunate that Hugo was going into coaching and set up the Milford Club at the end of the 80s. So kind of just fitted nicely into where I was coming in. So I guess 1992 or 93, I was already competing at national championship level because Hugo was such a great coach, and obviously my older brothers and sisters were involved with the club as well, and everyone was into athletics at the time. You know, it was huge in Milford, and everyone thought they were going to be the next Sonia O'Sullivan back then. So yeah, it was great, a great environment to grow up in, and Hugo instilled that belief in everyone that, you know, this is the process. I guess he kind of came from a technical events like long jump and sprints are very technical, which is similar to the walk. So he's like, you know, if you get the fundamentals right in these events, you can compete with anyone. And you know, that's the kind of mindset I brought into race walking as well. It's like, you know, if you can get the fundamentals right in any event, and then you just put the work on top of that, you can achieve anything. And then the fact that he was a world champion as well was just so inspiring, that you could have someone from a small town and in Donegal go away and master the world. So yeah, it gave me obviously huge confidence that I had the abilities to go and compete at international level. And I mean, nobody really thought about Olympics back then, but yeah, it was, I guess, still the foundation of having that solid base that got me to the top in the end.
You've qualified now for next year's World and Euros, but it's in the shorter distance of 35k. So that's a big adjustment. But I suppose that's what you're going to concentrate on now for the next year or so.
Yeah, next year now we'll have 3 big competitions over 35k. So World Race Walking Cup in March, and then the Summer Championships. We'll have a World Championships and a European Championships in the same year, which is I think the first time it's ever happened that way. So huge opportunity to test myself over the new distance, and it's gone well. Like, obviously I was slightly surprised to get the A standard in my first go at the event back in December. So gives me huge confidence that I can push on even more from there and hopefully be as competitive over 35 as I was over 50. So yeah, interesting year ahead, and if this goes well, then obviously you'll be starting to think about another Olympics.
So Paris is on the horizon in 2024?
Yeah, like, obviously that will be the ideal scenario, but at the minute, if I want to go to Paris, I'll probably have to drop down all the way to 20k. So, and I've never qualified for any championships over 20k. So it's almost, for me, it's like qualifying for my first Olympics all over again, having to do it over a new distance, and all the pressures that go with, you know, performing in the unknown is what you kind of have when you're going into the first games. So yeah, nothing will be taken for granted going into Paris, but I'll definitely be putting everything into getting on the plane and hopefully competing at a 4th games.
Brendan, we've had 44 overall Donegal Sports Star Award winners since the inaugural event in 1976, and you are only one of the 6 people to be honoured twice. A big congratulations again to you.
Yeah, it was a huge honour in 2019 to win it for the first time, and now to win it again is massive. Like, I've always gone to the awards. You know, I was nominated as a junior, and just seeing all these stars when I was going to the awards back when I was younger and stuff, and now standing up there with kind of the elite of all the sports people in Donegal history is amazing.
Brendan Boyce, the 2021 overall Donegal Sports Star Award winner.
Thanks very much.
That brings the curtain down on the 2021 Donegal Sports Star Awards. The formal presentations of the awards will be made in due course in accordance with government guidelines. Hopefully next year we can get back to a live presentation function. On behalf of the committee, I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who contributed in any way to the hosting of this evening's virtual event. Finally, congratulations to all the winners. Good night and stay safe.